All right, hello. It's day number 207, if I am not mistaken. Um, it's like 9, almost 10 o'clock. Justice is like fired up. You want to be on camera? He can see his hands. Um, yes, baby. hmm Yeah, so it's day number 207. I mean, my office is like a hot mess and it's just been a lot going on. But this is just life. This is literally just life. So I'm doing my best, and I think I'm handling life rather well, all things considered. So I don't know. I keep like actually sitting down to stream and not streaming. So um, I know I think I didn't stream since like Monday or Sunday. I don't even know at this point, but I'm here now. I don't know how long I'm going to hang. Probably not that long, but um I literally was just having like a long conversation with my business partner. Like, it was like an hour of us just kind of like brain dumping on a bunch of stuff that we need to be focusing on. And I was so tired earlier. I did have today, we like on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the accelerator program that we're doing, they usually have workshops. The folks that are in the accelerator have workshops. So like I sat on the call this morning for that workshop, and then I got like packages that came early, which hence big giant boxes in my background. I've actually been working on getting my apartment together. Okay, baby. Yeah, I've actually been working on getting my stuff together. So um these weren't supposed to come until like later in the afternoon, but they came like super early this morning, which was fine. I thought I was gonna start on it way sooner, and now it's like 10 o'clock, and I still haven't started. But I was getting some rest because I just wasn't. I was feeling kind of tired after this afternoon, so I tried to get a little slight bit of downtime. I really didn't get any. Um, but I finally was able to get a little bit of rest while my sister was here. So, um, I should be going to bed soon, but I kind of feel like there's a couple things I want to get off of um, a couple things I want to get like off my mind before I try to lay down. So that's probably what I'm gonna do before I wrap up for tonight, just so I have a game plan going into tomorrow. Let me see. Basically what I've figured out, especially over the past couple days, like I need to I need to decide what an ideal schedule looks like for me, and I also need to decide what my program and course schedule will look like. So basically, like we already been talking about the FreeCodeCamp Bootcamp, like what days and times is that going to be? Um, there's only like a few more weeks left of the Hacker House, so I will get back some time like during the day, like where we're having workshops and certain meetings and things like that. Um, I have a particular project that I'm going to be working on, kind of like a startup idea that I'm going to be working on. Um, Trying to think of like the major things right now. Yeah, so I have quite a few things that I'm like, I know what I need to do, baby. Okay. I have a few things and I'm like, I know what I need to do, but I just have to make sure that I understand how I'm supposed to be using my time throughout the week. Yes, baby. What? He's so silly. Yeah, I just need to know how I need to be using my time throughout the week, because it can be really easy for me to get caught up in something that is like trying to grab my attention at that exact moment. Meanwhile, that might not be the most high priority thing for me to work on at that time. So, The more structure I can put to it, the better. The thing that I'm trying to revisit right now, where is it? I'm trying to revisit. Oh, why does my screen share like always get a little bit off? Baby, stop screaming. No, you about to go lay down. Let me see. What is it, honey? All right. Matter of fact, I'm about to take him real quick to lay down. All right. Now Justice can go to sleep. So yeah, I've been revisiting. I need to revisit this schedule. This is I started on this last year. I actually already, you're probably wondering why I keep doing that. I can't see. I started on this last year. Why do I have a new tab? Oh, I know why. Okay. Actually, let's do this. Undo. 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 Okay. This is the state that it was left in. I had kind of like went through and did a rough estimate of how I was going to do things for the year. The crazy fact that we are already in July, basically August at this point, is like mind blowing. But yeah, I definitely want to revisit this for this last few months of the year, making sure I have a good working plan. And then the other thing that I wanted to do, though, what I really wanted to add to this is, I don't think I've done one of these. I want to do like a ideal week type of thing. And I want to say I might have did something like this before. But essentially I'm thinking like, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I normally would kind of like write this out, like, because I do like to draw things up. But at this point, I know I'm going to want to play around with it and move stuff around and kind of experiment till I find what works. But I want to do something like this where I can know what day? I mean, what time? Like probably 4. Make these times. Just a time. Yeah, so this is what I need to finish. 5. Wait. Okay. The formatting be off. Time. Wait, can I fill down? Somebody showed me how to do this. Because I was trying to figure out how to do this for the friggin' longest. Oh, wait, let's undo. Fill down this way. Huh? That's not what I thought that was going to do. I want to fill down 1 30-minute increments. So you won't do that? If I do this, like, I don't want hours. What makes it choose hours by default? See, every time I swear I should be able to do something in a simpler way, the simpler way don't be working, and then I just go back to, and then people like, you can automate, and you can no. Like, I've never been an Excel fan. I've never been a spreadsheet fan. I remember I had this, I was a student assistant. In college, I was a student assistant. One of my student assistant jobs, I worked in a law school, and I was a business assistant. I used to reconcile I think I was reconciling the all the expenses for the like the collective expenses in the law school every month. And I used to do everything manually. Like, I was inputting all my stuff, all my data I was doing manual. I messed around and found out that it was like whole things I could have been doing in Excel, like, that I had no idea about. It could have been taking me like a quarter of the time that it was taking me. Not like I was doing anything anyway, but I could have been using more time to study. But I feel like I should be better at Excel because I can program. Like, if I can program, I should be able to do Excel stuff, right? But it just don't be working out for me like that. Why don't you want to do what I want you to do? See, the thing is, once I start going to 1, it's going to go back to AM. And then if I do, but if I do it in military time, it's going to stay in military time. It's not going to convert over. So anyways, but yeah, I just need to really define, at least roughly speaking, like, where am I what projects am I focusing on at what time? That's like really important right now. So that way, having multiple workflows going at the same time won't be different projects won't be competing with each other for my time and attention, and I can be consistently moving those different projects forward. And I can also, this will also help me to prioritize and maybe even cut back on some things. This is going to make me, this is going to force me to decide what's worth keeping and what goes on the chopping block. Because as much as I like to be doing everything all the time, I very much value sleep, family time, personal time, um, and just having margin. So when I start to, like, back in the day, if I would have did something like this, it's always not if, because I've always been like good at kind of trying to schedule out my time, especially when I was in school. Because when I was in school, then I was working. I probably had a student assistant job, and I was in like student orgs. I was usually like some type of leadership role. Um, but back then, I feel like my mindset was very much like, let me feel as much of this as I can. Just minimize sleep, maximize work. Um, that's so. There's a lot of things wrong with that, but what a lot of people don't understand is that is so counterproductive. It's super counterproductive. Like, especially now that I have a kid, I definitely came into this initially thinking like I started into this parenting mode, like feeling like, dang, I'm not gonna be able to get no sleep. And when you first have a baby, you don't get no sleep, and that just kind of sort of can't be helped because how often they have to eat. They don't have a regular, like they don't have a long sleeping cycle. But once you get past that point, wait, do I still gotta? This is a new hat. I think I still got some cardboard in it. Ah. All right. I literally just put this hat on. Hold on, let me see. It says, "Do not disturb." But yeah, when I first started like trying to understand how to be a parent, it was like, oh, now I'm really never gonna get any sleep. But I realized that for me personally, that is the most counterproductive thing I can do, is to skip on my sleep, because 9 times out of 10, whatever I thought I was going to do that's keeping me up from sleeping, it takes like 5 times, 10 times longer to do it when I'm like sleep deprived than it takes when I actually, like, it's like you spend less time when you actually invest in sleeping. You spend less time doing a lot of the other things you have to do. Especially for me, a lot of my work involves cognitive load. It's not just a physical, like, okay, I have to get up and I have to do these certain chores and tasks. I need my brain to be functional to even get work done. So I could sit here for 8 hours and barely get anything done because my brain is mush, or I could have went and took a nap for 2 hours, and in that 6 hours that I had left, I would get way more done than I would have got, otherwise. So I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm at with it. So I just think it's so funny because I definitely had that mindset back in the day, like, oh, I have to get more. In order to get more done, you got to do more. And it's like, that's not necessarily true. Just like it's not really productive to like actually pull all-nighters and try to study. You like try to pull an all-nighter, you try to study, cram all this stuff, and then you don't go to sleep. But then you wonder why you can't remember the stuff that you studied, because long-term memory, like storing information from short-term memory to long-term memory, happens when we're sleeping. So you didn't sleep, so you didn't actually start. It's like, but I'm on a tangent. So yeah, I just think right now, knowing me personally, where I'm at, my time is not organized enough at this moment, and that's totally okay to know that that's where I'm at, but that's not where I'm going to stay. So as you can see, like I said, I already had this tab open because I kind of started on this earlier today. And I'm going to revisit this because I tried to do this last year, but I think at the time that I tried to do it, I just really didn't know enough. And also the spread of like my work projects and things that I had going on was very different than it is right now. Also, my baby is not a baby anymore; he's a toddler. So, you just kind of have to adjust things with that, with as they evolve as well. Russ, welcome in. So I can't do naps, but I always needed a full night's sleep to get myself to 100% for anything. Sleep is so important. Yeah, I am right now. I'm like and I used to be like an all-nighter person, just barely sleeping, and sometimes I can naturally get by on less sleep, but this ain't that time. Um, I have typically been a person that would like I would try to take naps, but the only thing I didn't like about napping in particular is that because I wasn't sleeping enough, if I took a nap, I'm basically gonna fall asleep. So sometimes it'll be like, well, I'm really tired. It's like the middle of the day. I need to take a nap. But again, like if I took a nap right now, I'm probably just not coming back. I'm not getting back up for the rest of the day. Now how I am now, I've been tracking my sleep for the past how long have I been tracking my sleep? I've been tracking my sleep for like at least 2 months, 2 to 3 months now. Yeah. Probably 2 to 3 months. And my goal is to sleep 7 hours every night. So I basically shoot for like being in the bed for 8 hours just so that I can actually get 7 hours of sleep. Because otherwise, if I shoot for seven, I won't get seven. I'll get less. So I'm getting like 11 to 12 out of 14 days. Like typically in my last 2 week span, I sleep 7 hours a night, like most of those nights. Um, but I also have to take naps because I'll get up at the crack of dawn and then I'll be up all day. And yeah, I just feel like mentally my brain turns to mush after a while, depending on what I have to do. And it also depends on how much peopling I have to do as well. Because I'm a hardcore introvert. So as social as I can be, and as much as I can be like, I run programs, I'm usually like having to deal with a lot of people one-on-one, especially right now. The program that we're running, I have to do a lot of coaching. It's a lot of personalities and feelings and all that. That takes a lot out of me as well. So on days where I'm like, you know what, I'm like, I cannot do this, I have to either, especially if when Justice lays down and takes his nap, I will lay down and take a nap if I really need to, because I'll wake up at like 5 or 6 in the morning. So if it's like by the time it's 1 o'clock, I already done had a whole day, and then I'm like, I still got to turn around and do a second shift. Basically I got to do the afternoon shift. So that works for me. And I've also noticed recently too that, at least for me, right, sometimes I don't actually have to go to sleep in order to get rest. Like sometimes it really is just like mental overload. So it's like, okay, then it gets quiet, like he's taking a nap, and then I can go and just scroll on my phone or just go watch YouTube, like watch some of my channels on YouTube that I like to watch. I might just do that for an hour or two, and I might never actually fall asleep, but I will feel so much better and have a full blown second wind after that. So even with that, a lot of it centers around having some type of structure, because one of the biggest things I can do is plan out and anticipate when I'm going to put him down for a nap. And that's just me. Like, me as a parent, I don't care. Like, we got to sleep in this house. It's a lot of other things that we can figure out, but sleep is essential, because at the end of the day, first of all, kids need sleep. We all need sleep, but kids definitely need sleep. And that can be a very, very, very challenging thing to deal with. I know a lot of my friends, like, we all have small kids, so people are still trying to figure that out. But like this, like, y'all know I haven't been streaming late. Earlier this year I was streaming like late at night, and I was miserable. because I wasn't getting no sleep. So when like it's a lot of other stuff we can play around with, but we don't play with sleep. So like I just went and put him in the bed. He's sleep, like he's about to go to bed, because we go to bed at night, and if he start tripping during the middle of the day, he's about to lay down and take a nap. And yeah, then the rest of the day kind of centers, everything else floats around that. Another thing that has been extremely important to me is I actually have been having I take a Sabbath. Like I actually legitimately do not work on Sundays anymore. And that was something that I never really thought, like I never could see myself being that person. But honestly, I used to just like try to work all the time, and it's just not productive. So um I get up on Sundays. Like Sundays are just like chill days. Like Sundays I go to church, and then we usually hang out downtown afterwards, or come back home and just chill. Like I know I'm not checking emails. I know I'm not um getting on no phone calls. I'm not doing no meetings, like none of that. And that helps too, because to me I have a day to look forward to every single week. Because even Saturdays, I love to have Saturdays off, but realistically, due to the type of like programs that I teach, a lot of times I will teach on a Saturday. So I can't necessarily rely on having Saturdays off um if I want to like teach for certain programs. But Sundays are like my safe that's my safe day. um that has been probably consistent most of the time since I've been here. Definitely since the weather broke. Like since it got warmer outside, I have the same routine on Sundays. So let's see. Basically, this did I get every hour on here yet? No. 12, number 30, 12, 30. Nope, 12. Oh, night. See, that's so funny to me. So 12 a.m. Only reason I'm streaming right now is because I actually took a late nap, and I would have still been in the bed, but my business partner had called me. It was like probably like 8, and I knew we had to recap on some stuff. So I'm like, let me get up real quick. And I was planning on getting back up anyways, because I want to work on, I got a bunch of furniture and stuff that I need to set up around the house. Like all that stuff right there is like my bedroom set. So let's see. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this right here, this is like no go. Right now I think my bedtime is like 9. Something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is like what I'm doing. So this is something I want to work out for myself. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably do one that I think I want to do them going into August, because the Hacker House runs at least through the end of August. And then after that, I'm also gonna do the one for September and out, because there's a major difference in what my time breakdown looks like right now. Like for example, while the Hacker House is running, 1, 2, 3, 4, this and this right here is founder stand-ups. What am I trying to do? I can't see everything now. Why do they always like do this like bottom align? That's really weird to me. And then can we wrap the text, please? All right. So yeah, like founder stand-ups are here. Oh, let me see, view, freeze, one row, and one column. Okay. Yeah, so founder stand-ups are here and here, which is a tremendous time. This is like typically founder breakfast. It's like a good amount of time that I'm putting towards this stuff. Tuesdays from 9:30 to 11. These are Catalyst workshops. And then I have office hours. When do I have my office hours right now? 3 to 5 on Thursdays. Or let me just say, yeah. Kind of want to be specific because I have different office hours for different people. So there's that, and then I think I have a 2:00 meeting on Mondays. Yeah. So just with the, and technically I want to say that on Fridays I have office hours too. I just gotta verify what the time is. Calendar, office hours, 2 to 4, 3 to 5, 2 to 4, Fridays, 2, 3, 4. What am I trying to say? All right, and then the MVP program, Start Studio MVP, just started back up with Techtown Detroit. So that is 5 to 9. Yeah, see, like this is the kind of stuff that I have to be aware of, because it has to be in the back of my mind. Like, once I get to Start Studio by the end of the day on Wednesday, that's the last thing in the day. So don't be having no other like items that you need to work on, because it's a wrap. You need to be going to bed at that point. Since my bedtime is like 9, that means that my phone goes into like do not disturb, like wind down mode at like 8:15. So like 9 o'clock is like the absolute latest. This is Start Studio MVP. That's gonna run for 6 weeks. So see, this is already it's already being like, it's already very particular. And then usually at this point, almost consistently, we end up having a client tech meeting here. And then where's my office hours for Mondays 3 to 5. I need to give them some other office hours too. But Mondays 3 to 5. I'm losing my. There we go. Monday. This is MVP developer specialist office hours. All right, so this is something that I'm going to be fleshing out. Because let's see, we are going to be bringing the podcast slot back. However, we are going to be doing the Art of MVP podcast on Thursdays. So there's that. For the some other things I have to think about are like do I have a reason to do anything between 11 and 12? I don't think so. 11 to 12. So see what I need to do, because sometimes I need certain things. I do need certain things to be consistent. So like this right here needs to be this needs to be off limits. 2, this needs to be like some downtime. Especially since I'm coming off of these are some pretty, the workshops are not as bad. It just depends if I have to actually host a workshop or not, but these are pretty intense, like peopling sessions. And I like to have a consistent time that I know, like, okay, this is downtime every day. Because that'll help with Justice getting a nap. And then usually 11 o'clock is a good time for him to take a nap anyways. But like he'll probably eat lunch and then go down for a nap at 11:30, because he usually gets up around 7:30. So 11:30 is a good safe time for me to put him down for a nap. And then I don't necessarily believe in like having extremely long days. So I'm consistently starting my day. I actually typically am getting online around 8:30, or I'll get online right before these start. But that's 9 a.m. start to the day. Okay, cool. Since I'm starting the day at 9 a.m., then I should be shooting for 5, except when it's Wednesdays. Wednesdays are a special case. So Monday is pretty good. Tuesday is open right now. Wednesday is supposed to be my content day. So far, I have not been doing that. So, do I have any? What else goes on with this? Yeah, let's do this. 1 to, not 1 to 5. Actually, let's see. That's 4 hours. 6 hours. So I'll do 1, 2, Yeah, let's just do this for now. See. And I will make this more specific later. Actually, let's maybe do this so I know I want to come back to it. What font am I using over here? Roboto. Alright. So this will be a content block. I need another content block though, which probably is going to be on Tuesday. Let's do this for now. The crazy part is going through life thinking that you don't need a schedule. Especially when you're technical, you be feeling like you can just get away with like not doing stuff like this, and it don't work. It don't work, trust me. One. All right. Now, what might come in later, which at this point shouldn't interfere, so when I guess it won't matter as much because I'm going to be moving, my schedule's going to change, but I'm going to be looking at doing Tuesday and Thursdays probably for the freeCodeCamp Bootcamp. I've been debating on if it should definitely be an evening thing or if people would actually be interested in like a daytime session. I prefer to do stuff during the daytime. Obviously, it's my working time, but I think for the target person that I have in mind for that program, I'm assuming a lot of people work during the day as well. So that's something that's going to be... Let's do this. I'm going to go as far as I can with this version, and then I will duplicate this. But this gives me a lot of space in the morning. Something that I found is in the mornings, it's good for me to have time in my satellite office, which is like in the kitchen, when I'm like stationed over in the probably like this 8 to 9 o'clock, this 8 o'clock slot. This is when I can actually prepare for my day right here. So this is like more so, this will be, I think this is quiet time. This is get up and get dressed, get just as dressed. This is just listening to podcasts, like getting organized for the day, checking emails, figuring out what my schedule is. That's what I'm thinking. By this point I can make noise. Let's see, this is and then another thing that I gotta start putting in here is like times I'm gonna be working out, because that is very essential. This does this work for church days? It does. Merge all these. Yep, because then on Sunday, now it's different on Sunday, because Sunday, I guess it doesn't have to be different, but I go to 11 a.m. service, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. Even if I went to 9 a.m., I would still probably stay, because my friends go to 11 a.m. service, and I would like to be there with them. So this is merge this with at least here. This is my church block, because that's like commuting and everything. That's my little buffer time. I don't actually get up this early on. On Sunday, I usually get up at, do I get up at 7 or 8? I think I get up at 8 on Sundays, but it's fine. And then as of right now, Tuesdays at 4 are a client tech. I actually want to break this one down, because no, she has this love right here. This is a little bit more accurate. Yeah, see, I feel like I can go to bed. What time? I don't know what time my bedtime is. I pushed my, it's 10:30. All right, so I'm about to go to bed. I had pushed my, bedtime back, so it's at 10:30, so I'm about to go. But tomorrow's Friday. Dang, how did it... A whole week flew by. And then this is safe because I ultimately, lately, depending on how the day goes, I might push my bedtime back. But if I push back my bedtime, I also push back my time that I'm waking up. So my original bedtime right now is 9, and then I get up at 5. But just depending on how the day goes or how long I lay in bed without actually falling asleep, I might push it back. So today I pushed it back to 10:30, so that I'm not waking up actually in the morning until 6:30. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, see, as soon as I'm Now that I got a little bit of a plan, my brain is like, okay. The last thing I want to do is write down a couple of to-do items that I know I want to hit in the morning. Because even though I don't think we're not gonna have breakfast in the morning because this isn't planned anyways. So, I got some stuff I know I need to do. Need to do. Anything else major that I know I want to do first thing in the morning? I did this. And then let me see. Tomorrow I have one meeting. So far, I think it's at 3. Oh boy. All right. Well, that's definitely my cue to check out. But I'm trying to get my life together. I'm proud of myself though, because I feel like I've been putting in a lot of work, a lot of effort, and it definitely has been paying off. Not exactly in the way that I would love for it to go, but I'm doing my best ultimately. So I should be back tomorrow. I should be. I mean, I need to be y'all will see that I am going to be streaming again more consistently, being on here every day. But it's just yeah, I'm trying to make my house like super comfortable at this point too. So like I have a whole bunch of furniture to put together. I think my new couch is coming on Monday. But right now I got to do my whole bedroom set. So like that's something I'll be working on tomorrow. And I have to do Justice Room because he has a whole like Spidey and Friends set that I haven't put together for him. That's just been like months since I ordered that. So those are big projects for me right now. And then my other big project is to start doing this office because it's very boring and I'm not inspired here. So I got a bunch of stuff to start setting up. So it's just little things. Oh shoot, tomorrow's Friday. I'm glad I'm thinking about it. I got a bunch of stuff I need to set on the curb for bulk day. So yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. I hope y'all have a good evening and happy Friday. Happy like long restful weekend. And yeah, I'll see y'all again soon. Zero, you was in here this whole time or you just got here, man? It's past our bedtime. Off the bed. Heck yeah, man. Cause I'm about to turn around and get back up at the crackety crack of dawn. But we gotta sync up. Are you gonna be streaming again soon? No pressure, for the record. I be having to tell people no pressure. Cause I get it. I be going MIA. But I do be trying to look out for y'all so I can actually spend some time in like I like being able to spend time in other people's streams. It's like I don't always want to be I don't always want to be on camera. Been trying to figure it out. Okay. That's cool. I'm gonna try to get my life together, try to get my stuff set up this weekend because I need to go on my PC and like I haven't really done anything, updated my PC or anything like that for like the last at least month. I haven't been on there. And I want to play that body cam game. It's been out for a minute now, but I just haven't had a chance to. So I kind of want to see. I don't know if my computer can handle it, but I'm gonna try and see where it goes. So yeah, yeah. So shoot me a message in Discord or whatever. We could definitely catch up. But if you do figure out when you're gonna stream, just drop the link. Let me know, because I do be trying to show up and actually spend some time, but I don't be on Twitch all the time, so sometimes I'm missing out because I I get notifications, and I actually see the email notifications for people when they go live. But if I just don't happen to be, to see the notification, then I be mad. I be coming in at the last minute like, oh dang. Oh, Queen Panda, thank you for the raid. Look, we about to. Like, I was about to go to bed. How was your stream? How's everything going? I appreciate it. Welcome for those of y'all that's never been here before. I was just trying to get my life together because it's a lot going on. So I was working on actually figuring out what my time blocks look like, because I have been acutely aware of the fact that I'm not quite getting, like, some projects are suffering because other projects are like kind of demanding my time as well. So yeah, I don't even know, like, can we find somebody to, here, let's see. But yeah, I keep planners and stuff. I actually have a happy planner that I've been using. This one, Queen Panda, I know Queen Panda does bullet journaling. I do a combination of a bullet journal and a happy planner because I got to a point in my life where I just don't have the time to do my spreads like how I used to like to. So a good middle ground for me is I like the disc bound planner with these are the sheets. These are the this is the layout I'm using right now. I think this is called a dashboard layout. I think y'all can see that. Yeah. So I'm using this layout right now. Actually, I technically have two layouts because I'm crazy and I have two planners on one set of discs. So my other layout looks like this. This is just the regular, like, boxes or whatever. But yeah, and then what I do is keep like extra blank pages in here. Usually I have dotted pages, but I don't have any dot grid pages in here right now. I just have some regular lined pages. So that's kind of how I combined the happy planner with the like bullet journaling. So you could consider like my my happy planner spreads. Those are, or my happy planner pages are like kind of my weekly spreads. And then anything else I want to do, I can just like add in sheets as I go. That's kind of what I've been working on. So I'm very much like, okay, we need to plan. Like, I need to have a structure, have an order to things. But at the same time, I'm at right now, I'm like, because I have so many different types, different categories of projects that I'm working on, I need to time block so that I'm not spending too much time in one area and then like another project is suffering. And that's just because I pretty much have almost full control over my schedule and over which projects that I take on, and which projects I'm trying to work on at the time. So I do have a business partner where we have like a nonprofit that we run. Right now we're running a hacker house program. and we do like a tech conference and things like that. So those are things that need attention, and need I need to like constantly be putting time towards. And then, I have my own personal projects. I have some classes, some programs that I'm planning on launching in the next couple of months. And then, like, from time to time, I teach for other programs as well. Um, yeah, so I mean, then I have a 2 year old, and just like I'm trying to live life and enjoy myself as well. My mic, yeah, I got this is like relatively new compared to what I had before. Um, Amazon. I'm gonna post you the link of what I have. I got that headset, and then we got like a mic, um, the mic set, and it's really not that expensive. It was kind of cheap, but I like the quality. And I had to my old mic. I still have my old mic, but my old mic is a condenser mic. And if you know anything about the difference between like the condenser mic and the dynamic mic, for me, having a 2 year old in the background running around, or even at the time when I bought this mic, I was staying at home with my family, and it's just like my condenser mic can pick up all the noise around me. So that was not good. Um, this mic is a dynamic mic, so it's better. It's really, really good at ignoring my background noise, and I love it. And I think I want to say I didn't pay more than like 100 or 150 for this kit. Um, oh, but I also I recently uploaded I uploaded like a cover or whatever. So I'm trying to get real fancy, y'all. Like, I'm really trying to lean into my hobbies as well, not just doing work. So that's another reason why it helps a lot to it helps a lot for me to know exactly where should I be putting my time, and knowing that I'm giving myself some margin. That means I know that I can like sit down, and like last week was like probably Friday night. I think it was Friday night. That's when I was working on music. I was just like I was singing around the house, and then I've already been starting to like practice recording myself. Um, but I hadn't figured out like my actual video recording or audio recording setup or anything like that. So I just literally spent some time on Friday night just um, setting that up and working on it. So um, I think I shared it. I did share it in Discord, y'all. In the I think the channel is called Treble Clef. That's the music channel. If you want to see the video I posted, it's nothing fancy, but I was feeling inspired, so I found like a really good acoustic backing track that was for Killing Me Softly, and I couldn't even listen to the whole track. I was like, no, I need to record, because I was like just trying to listen to the track. I was just practicing and experimenting and things like that. So I was like, oh, let me listen to this. But I liked it so much. I was like, I stopped in the middle of listening to it, and I was like, let me just record something to this. So I don't know. I was proud of myself for that, because I keep saying I'm going to do stuff like that. But it's just been sitting in limbo, waiting for me to spend some time on it. So pretty soon I should be breaking out my keyboard and my guitar and working on those. Um, that's basically what I want to do in the office. I need to get a music set up here in the office. Um, so that way, when I do get my inspiration, or when I'm just trying to have some downtime, I'm trying to learn the keyboard again and learn acoustic guitar. And eventually, I would like to be able to I would like to be able to accompany myself. So who knows? Maybe by the end of the year, I might do a little snippet. I could play some chords or strum some chords while singing. I've never actually, of all the things, like all the music experience I've had over the years and all the training I've had, I've never actually played an instrument while singing. So We shall see. And then the only other instrument I want, since I have my guitar, I have my keyboard. I want to eat electronic drum set. That's what I really really want. And then I have my DJ equipment. I have a little bit of music production equipment, so I think that's gonna be fun. Let me see. Oh, here it is. Train See, show. All. All right, so let me do y'all a favor real quick. Text, copy. These are the headphones. All right, these are the headphones, and yeah, the headphones were 40, and the mic with like the arm and everything, shock mount, all that was 100. Highly, highly recommend for sure. Um, I'm a firm believer in being able to monitor my audio. Also, me being a singer who had a hard time listening to my it was like awkward to listen to my voice on recordings for over the years. Now I have no issue like listening to my voice on recordings because I've been monitoring my audio as a streamer for quite a few years now, and I actually prefer to monitor my audio. And when it comes to singing, it's really helpful, or even like some other performing as well, like if you rap or whatever. But when it comes to like vocal performance, it is actually like really really helpful to be monitoring your audio as you are going, so then you know what you sound like in real time, and then you don't get surprised when you play back the recording. So yeah, so the thing about this mic is why I liked it. First of all, it's dynamic, so for me that was good because it, like for example, even now, like it's kind of echoey in my office because I have no carpet in my entire, like, from front to back in my place. It's all hardwood floors. um so it's kind of echoey in here, but that doesn't really get picked up with my mic. And then it does have XLR or USB. I mostly use it for USB right now, but now that I'm about to start doing my now that I'm doing my recordings and things like that, I'm about to bring out the mixer and start using XLR into the mixer. So yeah, it does give you XLR option or USB, and then you can also plug the headphones. I have the headphones plugged into the mic, so that's how I'm able to monitor my audio, and it's fantastic. Heck yeah. Um, I hate listen to myself talk. You would get used to it. I highly recommend it depending on, like if like for me singing, that's where I've benefited from it the most. But I usually have to hear my audio just to know what the balance is like on stream. I prefer it that way. But you can start by having your volume down and then kind of boost it up. Because in the very beginning, I did not. I was not a fan. But honestly, the best way that I got used to hearing my voice was because when you're monitoring is a special middle ground, because when you're monitoring, you're still hearing like a more rich tone, the more rich tone that you're used to hearing through bone conduction. You're still hearing that paired with like hearing the pure sound of your voice coming through the headphones. So that's like a good middle ground. So then once I hear my own voice, like just without just plain, I hear the recording back, it doesn't sound so different. So now I'm very 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 used to it. But yep, it's all good. So I will, y'all gonna see I might sing on stream now. I might sing on stream only because like I have to hear myself, because I don't like embarrassing myself. I do not like embarrassing myself, especially when it comes to music. And I have definitely had times where I've embarrassed myself when it came to singing and my voice not sounding the way that I needed it to sound at the time. So that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for stopping in today. I will be yeah, I'm I'm trying to be live every day. I was live every day for like the first 6 months of this year. I did a pretty good job with that. So we are still going strong for 365 days of code. Different types of projects that I get into include I actually tech personally, a lot of my tech projects are machine learning focused at this point. My whole educational focus right now is machine learning. My long term, well, my short long term goal is to get into a top 10 computer science program, PhD program, and to do research in AI and machine learning, and also to teach in academia. I've always wanted to teach in academia eventually, so I'm finally getting ready to just kind of like tread that path. Um, so sometimes you might see me just like studying and things like that because I'm getting ready to get back into school. But I'm like one of those people where it's like everything that I'm doing is going to be working together, and like it's all leading to a specific goal. So that's my big picture goal right now is let's see, Justice is 2. So say by the time that he's 5 or whatever, when he starts kindergarten, that's when I would like to be starting a PhD program. In the meantime, before then, I want to complete a bachelor's of science in computer science and a master's. I'm trying to get into the Georgia Tech OMSCS, online masters of computer science, like in the interim, as a way of kind of like leading into that. So that's the current plan that I'm working right now. Yeah, I teach coding, different programs. I also teach like MVP development, which is a little bit more specific developer training for folks that want to work with startups and help startups kind of build the first iterations of their products, because that's a little bit more specialized and requires a kind of a different knowledge set, and a different mindset than traditional like computer science or traditional development typically teaches you. And yeah, we have a hacker house running right now, where we have founders that are in the house. They're working on their products, and we're like coaching them through that process to try to get them to gain some traction, and validate their business model. I work as an MVP developer specialist. Actually, I'm a developer coach now over with Techtown Detroit. It's very similar work. Usually I would work as a MVP developer for a founder, like get paired with a founder and work with them for the duration of the 6-week program. This go around, I'm actually coaching the other developers, most of whom probably all of whom I have trained in some capacity over the past year through our MVP training. The art of MVP development.com, I think is what it is. But yeah, so I do a lot of different things. I have a 2-year-old. He is hilarious. He's my mini me. And he's always like running around doing stuff. So he keeps me on my toes. And trying to think, those are some of the like things that we typically do here on stream. So if you want to come back and hang out, feel free. Follow. I am personally working on actually building out the YouTube channel though, so I highly appreciate anybody like going and following or subscribing over there. youtube.com/@metadevgirl. That's where I'm starting to try to do more edited content, and I want to start to just post more videos there and things like that. I always live stream to YouTube as well as to Twitch. I started out on Twitch, but I think that YouTube is better long term for me. So you will see, if you are a YouTube person, definitely just like kind of go and subscribe over there, and you'll see I've been working on stuff. So ultimately, I have all these different projects and other businesses, other organizations that I work for or work on. But here with MetaDev Girl, like the big key to me about this whole platform is that this is just really my behind the scenes. I found that as much time as I spent being a coding bootcamp instructor, a lot of my students, always typically it's like somebody that's changing their careers and everything. So many of my students, they just kind of looked at me and put me on this pedestal as far as like, oh, well, you must have some like better experience or something that makes you just smarter to where you just get this stuff and I just don't. And I'm like, no, it's not that. It's just that you see a well polished, well structured, organized demo of how to do something that I worked on for like 2-3 weeks to get it perfect for you, just so that you can see the process. But what you see in my teaching and what you see in an edited YouTube video is not at all like what our day-to-day lives are as software engineers. So and in addition to the actual technical aspect of it, it's also just like the personal development and growth aspect of it, because me and Zero know each other because we were leaders in NSBE, like National Society of Black Engineers, is like the biggest student-led organization. We got a lot of professional training early on as we were in college and being student leaders and becoming national board members and running conferences. We actually ran a convention in Detroit. We ran our Detroit convention back in 2019 was the Detroit convention. And yeah, so a lot of times when people were looking at me seeing like, oh, what my quote unquote success looks like, they're not seeing all the work that went into it, all the many years, all the personal development, all of the hard times, all of the struggles, all of the my code don't work, I don't know why I'm about to break this computer. Like, people don't see that. So that's really what Meta Dev Girl, like the platform, when I'm streaming and things here, it's all about like, this is my real journey, this is my real process. I'm not perfect. I got, a lot of things going on, and I'm not always hitting the mark on my goals in the way that I would like to, but I am always evolving and constantly striving to get to that next level, and to work past the different challenges that I'm experiencing. So I hope that is something that people can see here and understand and really be able to take some inspiration from. So that's kind of what we have going over here. So even with some of the upcoming programs, I will probably be launching the freeCodeCamp Bootcamp on the Meta Dev World channel, because I intend for Meta Dev World to just be more of that is a learning platform where you can just find courses, and I might not be the only instructor there. There's other folks that come in and teach content, things like that, but this is me being able to talk about what I'm doing, how it works for me, give like more so like unique and individual advice, and show y'all my behind the scenes. But some of the other organizations I run, like Detroit Black Tech, Detroit Hacker House, the Art of MVP, we have a podcast called She 2 STEM, and also Meta Dev World is like the big one that I want to launch soon. So I have to look into that Purdue program as well, but I've just been really, really stuck on the Georgia Tech program for a long time. So but I'm looking specifically for a on the line master's in computer science. So if the Purdue program is also, I know Purdue has some distance learning. I might have to look into that as well. But yeah, so hopefully that gives y'all a little bit of context. Come back and see me sometime. But for sure, I'm about to go hop into bed and chill out. Actually, I'm hungry and I don't know what I'm about to eat. Sad. But I'll see y'all tomorrow.